Streetlights shimmered across the wet pavement, the whole city glowing gold after midnight. You would curl beside me under soft blue light, tracing little circles across my wrist, absent-mindedly. And honestly, I wish the rain would never stop tonight, because I didn't want this moment to end. You started talking quietly about your fears again, about how sometimes you still feel difficult to love. And God, I hate that anyone ever made you believe that, 'cause loving you feels natural, like breathing slower after panic, like sunlight returning after long winters, like finally resting after years of emotional exhaustion. Tonight your sleepy voice filled the apartment softly, oh soul music drifting through the kitchen, rain tapping gently against the windows. And somehow the whole universe felt softer beside you. You leaned your forehead against mine and smiled before whispering, I feel safest when I'm here. God, part of my soul melted here and there, because this room only feels safe to me when you're inside it too. And maybe real love is this simple, two people choosing tenderness over and over again. Before the rain stops, hold me like the world can wait outside. Let this moment stay untouched a little longer. Let your heart be quiet, mine. Every lonely year before you feels farther away tonight. Baby, loving you feels like finally finding somewhere my soul can rest a while. Don't fall asleep yet, I wanna memorize this feeling forever. The clock passed 3 a.m. quietly, but neither of us noticed. You were too busy telling me stories about dreams you still hope come true someday. Little things, traveling together Sunday mornings, music through open windows, growing old without losing this softness. And honestly, I wanted every version of that life with you, because before you, love always felt uncertain, temporary, fragile. But your love feels steady like rain returning to the ocean, like something meant to stay. You touched my face while I drifted into thought, then laughed softly before saying you disappear into your head too much. God, nobody's ever noticed me that carefully before. Late night, moon glow, everything moving slow. Oh, soft rain, warm roam, you pull flowers through my gloom. And maybe forever starts in moments this quiet. Before the rain stops, hold me like the world can wait outside. Let this moment stay untouched a little longer. Let your heart be quiet, mine. Every lonely year before you feels farther away tonight. Baby, loving you feels like finally finding somewhere my soul can rest a while. Maybe soulmates don't complete us, maybe they simply remind us what it feels like to be loved gently, to be understood softly, to finally stop preparing for goodbye. Cold rain, blue skies, moonlight reflected in your eyes, slow songs, warm skin, you make healing start again. Dim lights, deep breath, I never wanna lose this. Stay close tonight, you make my whole soul feel alive. Before the rain stops, I just wanna stay here beside you, listening to honestly, if love exists anywhere beyond movies and songs, I think it lives in moments like this. You beside me while the rain keeps falling softly, and my heart finally feels safe again. The car lasted until almost sunrise, rain humming softly outside my window, your voice low and sleepy through the speakers, like warmth traveling through static. And honestly, I didn't realize how lonely silence was until your voice started living inside it. You always sound softer after midnight, like the dark pulls honesty out of your chest gently. Talking about random memories, dreams you rarely say out loud, little fears hidden behind your smiling eye. I love every vulnerable version of you. Tonight you laughed quietly while telling me you were wearing my hoodie again. Curled near the window watching the rain fall downtown, and somehow I could picture every detail perfectly. The dim blue light, the music playing low, your tired eyes half closed, still staying awake to hear me breathe. Honestly, that kind of love feels unreal sometimes, 'cause before you, people always felt temporary, but your voice feels rooted inside me, like something my soul already knew. And maybe real intimacy is this, feeling emotionally safe enough to let someone hear your tired hearted at 3 a.m. I hear home in your voice every time you whisper my name softly. Every lonely part inside me starts breathing easier again. And when the whole world feels too loud, your words quiet the noise inside my chest. Baby, your love feels like shelter from everything life tried to turn me into. Talk to me a little longer tonight. I don't want this feeling to end. The city outside kept blowing through the rain, cars moving slowly beneath tired street lights. But honestly, none of it mattered while you were talking. You started telling me about the future quietly. Sunday mornings, tiny apartments with music playing, growing older without losing the softness. And God, I wanted every version of that life with you, 'cause loving you doesn't feel performative, it feels instinctive. Like my heart recognized yours immediately, and finally stopped searching afterward. You went quiet for a second and whispered softly, I think I love who I become around you. God, that almost destroyed me emotionally, because I feel the exact same way. Before you, my heart only knew survival. Now even distance feels warm as long as your voice still reaches mine. Late night, blue glow, everything moving slow. Soft rain, no sleep, you running through me deep. And maybe forever starts with conversations like that. Here, hold me your voice every time you whisper my name softly. Every lonely part inside me starts breathing easier again. And when the whole world feels too loud, your words quiet the noise inside my chest. Baby, your love feels like shelter from everything life tried to turn me into. Maybe soulmates aren't always physical. Maybe sometimes they exist inside comfort, inside understanding, inside the one voice that still makes everything feel okay. Cold rain, dim lights, you healing lonely nights. Slow songs, moon glow, I never wanna let this go. Soft words, deep eyes, still drowning in your vibe. Stay in tonight, you make my whole soul feel alive. I hear home in your voice, and honestly, that might be the safest feeling I've ever known in my life. Because before you, silence always felt lonely, but now even rainy nights feel beautiful, as long as your voice still finds me in the dark. The rain was barely audible tonight, just soft enough to blur the city lights outside. You were lying beside me half asleep, tracing lazy patterns against my chest. And honestly, I wish time would slow down for us. You asked me quietly, what if life changes us someday? And God, I didn't know how to answer immediately, because loving you already feels permanent inside me, like something deeper than time before you. Love always felt fragile, like people left the moment life got difficult. But you stayed through silence, through overthinking, through the versions of me that still carry old pain quietly. Tonight your sleepy voice filled the room softly, old soul music drifting through the apartment. Rain, pain, and silver lines across the windows, and somehow the whole universe felt softer beside you. You touched my face while smiling tightly, then whispered, I hope we never lose this God. I felt my chest ache hearing that, cause I want this too, more than I know how to say out loud. And maybe forever doesn't start with certainty. Maybe it starts with two people choosing tenderness again and again. In case tomorrow comes too fast, hold me like tonight still belongs to us. Let your heartbeat slow the world down just a little. Carry it inside my soul forever. Stay awake with me a little longer. I wanna memorize every part of this feeling. The apartment smelled like coffee and your perfume, warm lights glowing against the hallway walls. You started talking softly about future dreams, little things you rarely say out loud. Traveling somewhere quiet together, Sunday mornings with music playing, growing old without losing this softness. And honestly, I wanted every version of that life with you, because loving you doesn't feel performative, it feels instinctive, like my soul recognized yours immediately and finally stopped searching afterward. You rested your forehead against mine, then laughed softly while saying, you look at me like I'm something rare. God, if only you knew. You are late night moon glow, everything moving slow, soft breath, warm skin, you make healing start again. And maybe home was always another heartbeat beside mine. In case tomorrow comes too fast, hold me like tonight still belongs to us. Let your heartbeat slow the world down Soulmates aren't promises, maybe they're moments that change your heart so deeply. You never become the same person afterward. Maybe love isn't about forever. Maybe it's about feeling fully alive while it's here. Cold rain, blue skies, moonlight reflected in your eyes. Slow songs, warm room. You pulled flowers through my gloom. Dim lights, deep breath. I never wanna lose this. Stay close tonight. You make my whole soul feel alive. In case tomorrow comes too fast, I just wanna stay here beside you tonight, listening to your breathing while the whole city fades into silence outside. And honestly, if life changes everything someday, I'll still remember this feeling forever. You beside me while the rain touched the window softly, and my heart finally stopped feeling alone. Rainwater reflected gold against the windows tonight. The whole apartment glowing soft blue in the dark. You were lying beside me, half asleep, tracing lazy circles across my wrist. And honestly, it felt like my soul already knew yours long before we ever met. You asked me softly, do you think people are meant to find each other? And God, looking at you beside me, how could I not believe it? Because before you, love always felt temporary, like people only stayed halfway, like everyone secretly planned their exit eventually. But you feel different. You stay during silence, during anxiety, during the parts of me that still carry your sadness quietly. Tonight your sleepy laugh filled the room softly. Old soul music drifting through the hallway. Rain touching the windows gently. And somehow the whole universe felt softer beside you. You leaned your forehead against mine, then whispered, I feel safest when I'm here. God, you don't realize how deeply that touched me, because this room only feels like home when you're inside it too. And maybe soulmates aren't magic. Maybe they're just too tired of people who finally feel emotionally safe together, like we were meant to meet. Every lonely road somehow led me here, to your heartbeat beside mine, to rainy nights that don't feel empty anymore. And every time your eyes find mine softly, the whole world loosens around us. Baby, loving you feels like destiny, written quietly across my soul. Ooh, stay awake with me a little longer. Ooh, I wanna live inside this feeling forever. The kitchen smelled like coffee and your perfume. Warm lights glowing softly against the walls. You started dancing barefoot while laughing quietly, still wrapped inside my hoodie. And honestly, I think that image healed something permanent inside me, because nobody talks enough about this version of love, the gentle version, the kind that doesn't scream but still changes your entire life quietly. You touched my face while I got lost in thought, then smiled before whispering, you look peaceful tonight. God, that used to feel impossible for me before you. My heart stayed emotionally prepared for goodbye. Now even silence feels beautiful. beautiful. As long as you're breathing, still fills the room beside me. Late night, won't glow, everything moving slow. Soft rain, warm room, you pull flowers through my gloom. And baby, forever always begins in moments this quiet, like we were meant to meet. Every lonely road somehow led me here to your heartbeat beside mine. So rainy nights that don't feel empty anymore. And every time your eyes find mine softly, the whole world loosens around us. Baby, loving you feels like destiny, written quietly across my soul. Maybe real love isn't dramatic, maybe it's familiar, like hearing a song you somehow already know the words to. The very first time it plays. Cold rain, dim light, you healing lonely nights. Slow dance, warm skin, you make peace begin again. Blue skies, deep eyes, still drowning in your vibe. Stay near tonight, you make my whole soul feel alive, like we were meant to meet. And honestly, I think part of my soul is now yours forever. Because before you, love always felt uncertain, but now even storms feel gentle. As long as your heartbeat still rests beside mine. And for the first time in my life, forever doesn't scare me anymore. Rain kept falling against the balcony rails, like the whole night was trying to say something. You stood there wrapped in my hoodie, holding a warm cup between your hands, watching the city breathe below us. And honestly, I'd never seen anything more beautiful. You asked me if I ever get scared of losing good things once they finally arrive. And God, I didn't know how to answer honestly, because before you, love always felt temporary, like people only stayed until they found something easier. But you feel different. You stay during silence, during overthinking, during the versions of me that aren't easy to carry. And maybe that's why I love you this deeply, because your softness never disappears, even when life gets heavy. Tonight your hair smells like rainwater and perfume. Your eyes reflecting city lights below us, while old soul music played quietly inside. And for a second, the whole universe felt gentle. And honestly, I think heaven might look ordinary. Maybe it's just two people feeling safe enough to love each other slowly, while the rain fell on the balcony. You held my heart like it was fragile glass. Every lonely part inside me started breathing softer at last. And when you leaned into my shoulder, like that's where your soul rests best. Baby, loving you feels like peace in the middle of life's chaos. Stay outside with me a little longer. I don't want this night to started talking about the future quietly, like you were afraid to dream too loudly. Little things, morning coffee together, a dog someday, music playing through open windows. And honestly, I wanted every version of that life with you, because loving you doesn't feel performative, it feels natural, like breathing slower after years of panic. It touched my face while I drifted into thought, and smiled softly before saying you're somewhere far away again. Aren't you God? Nobody's ever noticed me that carefully before. And maybe intimacy is exactly that, being deeply seen without needing to hide. Late night, blue skies, rain reflected in your eyes, soft breath, warm skin, you make me believe again. And maybe forever starts in moments this quiet. While the rain fell on the balcony, you held my heart like it was fragile glass. Every lonely part inside me started breathing softer at last. And when you lean into my shoulder, like that's where your soul rests best, baby, loving you feels like peace in the middle of life's chaos. Maybe real love isn't intensity, maybe it's consistency, maybe it's choosing the same person over and over again, even after difficult days. Maybe tenderness is the deepest form of romance there is. Cold rain, dim light, you healing me tonight. Soft lips, moon glow, I never wanna let this go. Slow songs, warm room, you pull flowers through my gloom. Stay close right here, everything feels safe here. While the rain fell on the balcony, I realized something quietly. If life gets harder later, if time changes everything else, I still want your hand in mine through all of it, because honestly, loving you feels like finally arriving somewhere my soul has been searching for its whole life. You were half asleep beside me, tracing invisible lines across my arm, while the city lights flickered through the curtains like stars trapped inside downtown windows. And somehow, for the first time in years, my heart didn't feel restless. You asked me what love feels like to me now, and honestly, I think it feels softer than people expect. I think it feels like being understood without explaining everything, like silence that doesn't need fixing, like someone staying even after seeing your worst days. Before you, I was always emotionally prepared for people to leave, always halfway packed mentally, always expecting distance eventually. Then you arrived quietly and started unpacking parts of me I forgot still existed. The hopeful parts, the gentle parts, the version of me that still believed in forever and God. That kind of love changes a person deeply, because once someone teaches your heart peace, you can't survive chaos the same way anymore. You became one of those soft places to land after every exhausting day, after every anxious thought, after from everything life tries to turn me into. Hold me a little closer tonight. I wanna stay inside this feeling forever. The rain started sometime after 2 a.m. Soft enough to barely hear. You move closer in your sleep instinctively, like your body already memorized where safety is. And honestly, that almost broke me emotionally, because nobody has ever loved me without making it feel conditional before. But you love me patiently, even when my mind gets distant, even when I struggle to explain what hurts. You never force answers out of me, you just stay nearby until the silence feels less heavy. And God, that kind of tenderness heals things therapy never reached. Late night, soft glow, everything moving slow. Warm breath, blue sky, still getting lost inside your eyes. And maybe this is what healing sounds like. Two hearts finally resting together. You became one of those soft places to land after every exhausting day, after every anxious thought, after every lonely night. And every time your fingers find mine, the whole world loosens its grip on me. Baby, your love feels like shelter from everything life tries to turn me into. Maybe soulmates aren't people who save us, maybe they're people who make survival feel lighter. People who remind us that tenderness still exists, even after heartbreak, even after disappointment, even after life hardens us. Dim room, cold rain, you quiet every storm in my brain. Slow songs, warm skin, you make peace feel possible again. Moonlight, soft light, still getting lost inside your mind. Stay near tonight, you make my whole soul feel alive. You became one of those soft places to land, the kind my heart searched for quietly through every lonely year before you. And honestly, if love exists anywhere beyond movies and songs, I think it's this. You beside me at 3 a.m. while the rain touches the window softly, and the whole world finally feels safe again. Streetlights shimmer through the rain at night, the whole city glowing gold beneath the storm. You were lying beside me under soft blue light, still wearing my hoodie from yesterday. And honestly, I didn't want the night to end. Now when your heartbeat made everything feel calm again. You asked me softly, do you think people can heal each other? And God, looking at you beside me, how could I say no? Because before you, my heart felt permanently guarded, like every goodbye left another locked door inside me. But your love arrived quietly, without pressure, without chaos, without trying to force anything open. You just stay gentle, and somehow that changed me more than anything loud ever did. Tonight you laughed while still in my pillow again, then rested your head against my chest afterward, like your body already trusted mine completely. And honestly, that kind of trust feels sacred to me. And maybe real intimacy is this, being fully seen without feeling like you need need to hide afterward. The night fell warm with you, like rain turning soft against the windows, like lonely years finally fading quietly inside your arms tonight. And every time your fingers touch my skin, the whole world slows down around us. Baby, loving you feels like peace after years of emotional winter. Hold me a little closer tonight. I wanna stay inside this feeling forever. The apartment smell like coffee and your perfume. Old records echoing softly through the hallway. You started dancing slowly in the kitchen, still barefoot and half asleep. And honestly, that image might live inside me forever, because nobody talks enough about this version of love. The calm version, the version where intimacy grows slowly inside ordinary moments, like hearing them laugh from another room, or feeling their hands search for yours automatically, or realizing you finally stop feeling lonely beside someone. You touched my face while I drifted thought, then whisper softly, you look peaceful tonight. God, that used to feel impossible for me. Before you, my mind never truly rested. Now even storms feel gentle, as long as your heartbeat still rests beside mine. Late night, moon glow, everything moving slow. Soft rain, warm room, you pull flowers through my gloom. And maybe forever starts exactly. The night felt warmer with you, like rain turning soft against the windows, like lonely years finally fading quietly inside your arms tonight. And every time your fingers touch my skin, the whole world slows down around us. Baby, loving you feels like peace after years of emotional. Soulmates are found dramatically. Maybe they arrive softly and slowly teach your heart what emotional safety feels like again. Maybe love is in intensity, maybe it's tenderness that stays. Cold rain, dim lights, you heal in lonely nights. Slow dance, warm skin, you make peace begin again. Blue skies, deep eyes, still drowning in your vibe. Stay near tonight, you make my whole soul feel alive. The night felt warmer with you, and honestly, I think part of my soul stayed inside this moment forever. Because before you, temporary, but now even silence feels beautiful, as long as you're breathing still fills the room beside me. And for the first time in my life, peace finally feels real. The rain had softened into a quiet drizzle. Streetlights glowing gold through the curtains. You were sitting beside me on the floor, one hand wrapped around warm coffee, the other resting gently over mine. And honestly, I think my heart relaxed the moment your eyes met mine tonight. You always look at me differently after midnight. Softer, slower, like your soul gets quieter in the dark. And God, I love that version of you deeply. Tonight you started talking about old memories, the kind you rarely let anyone touch. Childhood fears, lonely is the parts of yourself you still apologize for sometimes. But honestly, I wish you could see yourself the way I do, because even your sadness feels beautiful to me. Not because pain is romantic, but because your heart stayed gentle after everything life put it through. That kind of softness is rare. You leaned into me while speaking quietly, like your body already trusted mine completely. And suddenly the whole world outside disappeared. Just rain, slow music, and your heartbeat beside me. Maybe real intimacy is this, feeling emotionally safe enough to let someone hold every fragile part of you gently. It's the way your eyes find mine, like the whole world fades around us. Every lonely year before you feels farther away tonight. And every time your fingers touch my skin, noise inside me. Stay here with me a little longer. I wanna live inside this feeling forever. The apartment smelled like rainwater and vanilla candles. Old soul records echoing through the hallway. You started dancing barefoot slowly, still wrapped inside my oversized hoodie. And honestly, that image might stay inside me forever, 'cause nobody talks enough about this version of romance. The quiet version, the kind that grows inside tiny ordinary moments. Like hearing them laugh from another room, or feeling their hands search for yours instinctively, or realizing you stopped preparing emotionally for goodbye. You touched my face while I drifted into thought, then whispered softly, you look peaceful tonight. God, that used to feel impossible for me. Before you, my heart only knew survival. Now even storms feel gentle, as long as you're breathing, still fills the room beside me. Yeah. Late night, moon glow, everything moving slow. Soft rain, warm skin, you'll make healing start again. And maybe forever always begins this quietly. It's the way your eyes find mine, like the whole world fades around us. Every lonely year before you feels farther away tonight. And every time your fingers touch my skin, I swear life slows down softly. Baby, your love feels like peace after years of emotional noise inside me. Maybe soulmates don't arrive loudly, maybe they arrive gently, and slowly teach your heart what emotional safety feels like again. Maybe real love is simply being fully seen without fear. After work, cold rain, dim lights, you healing lonely nights. Slow dance, warm breath, I never wanna lose this blue skies. Deep eyes still drowning in your vibe. Stay here too, now you make my whole soul feel alive. It's the way your eyes find mine, and honestly, that might be the closest thing to heaven I've ever felt in this life. Because before you, love always felt uncertain, but now even silence feels beautiful, as long as your heartbeat still rests beside mine. still glowing outside. Street lights reflecting through rain-soaked glass. You were lying beside me, half awake, tracing slow circles across my chest. And honestly, I didn't want the night to end. Now when peace finally looked like this, you asked me what I was thinking about, but I couldn't find the words immediately. How do you explain that someone's presence alone can make life feel softer? How do you explain that after years of emotional exhaustion, that love feels like rest? Tonight you smiled while stealing my pillow, then laughed when I pretended to complain. Oh, vinyl spinning quietly nearby while thunder rolled somewhere downtown. And God, I wanted to live inside that moment forever, because nobody talks enough about this version of love. The calm version, the healing version, the one that doesn't scream but still changes your whole life quietly. And maybe forever begins like this. Now the fireworks, but with comfort, with trust, with two tired hearts, finally relaxing beside each other until the morning finds us. Stay tangled up beside me, let the rain keep singing softly against these apartment windows. Every lonely part inside me feels lighter when you hold me close. Baby, loving you feels like finally finding somewhere safe enough to rest my soul. Started talking quietly about the future, little dreams you rarely say out loud. Sunday mornings, traveling somewhere warm someday, growing old without losing this softness. And honestly, I wanted every version of that life with you, because loving you doesn't feel performative, it feels instinctive. Like my heart recognized yours immediately and never wanted distance again. You touched my face while I drifted into thought, then whispered softly, you look peaceful tonight. God, you don't realize how impossible that used to be for me before you. My mind never rested completely. Now even storms feel gentle as long as your hand still reaches for mine. Blue skies, moonlight reflected in your eyes, warm breath, slow songs. You make broken feel less wrong. And maybe home was always another heartbeat beside mine, until the morning finds us. Stay tangled up beside me, let the rain keep singing softly against these apartment windows. Every lonely part inside me feels lighter when you hold me close. Baby, loving you feels like finally finding somewhere safe enough to rest my soul. Maybe so grace don't arrive dramatically. Maybe they enter quietly and slowly turn ordinary nights into memories that last forever. Maybe real love, simply feeling emotionally safe enough to be fully yourself beside someone. Soft rain, dim room, you pulling flowers through my gloom. Slow dance, warm skin, you make healing start again. Moon glow, deep eyes, still getting lost inside your vibe. Stay close tonight, you make my whole soul into me slowly tonight, like your body already knew where peace lived. Rain sliding quietly across the balcony glass, streetlights glowing gold beneath the storm. And honestly, I think my soul recognized yours instantly. You always hold me differently after midnight, softer, closer, like the dark makes honesty easier for both of us. And God, I love who you become when you feel safe. The sleepy smile, the vulnerable thoughts, the way your fingers search for mine automatically, like distance no longer makes sense to your heart. Before you I got used to loneliness feeling permanent, used to pretending I didn't need tenderness, but your love changed that quietly. Now even silence feels intimate. Now rainy nights feel romantic. Now ordinary life feels beautiful somehow. Tonight you laughed while stealing fries on my plate, and kissed me mid-sentence like affection came naturally to you. And honestly, maybe that's what healed me most. Not grand gestures, just consistency. And maybe real love is in intensity. Maybe it's someone staying gentle after seeing every difficult part of you. When you lean into me, the whole world softens around us. Every anxious thought grows quieter. Every lonely scar hurts less tonight. And every time your heartbeat matches mine, I swear of emotional winter. Stay tangled up beside me tonight. I never wanna lose this peace. The apartment smell like coffee and rainwater. Old records echoing softly nearby. You dance barefoot through the kitchen slowly, still wearing my oversized hoodie. And honestly, that image will stay inside me forever, because intimacy lives in tiny moments, and hearing someone laugh from another room, and forehead kisses before sunrise, and feeling emotionally safe enough to stop preparing for goodbye. You touch my face while I drifted into thought, then whisper softly. You make life feel lighter. God, you have no idea what hearing that did to me. Because before you, my heart only knew survival. Now even storms feel gentle, as long as your arms still feel like home to me. Late night, blue glow, everything moving slow. Soft rain, warm skin, you make healing start again. And maybe forever feels exactly like this when you lean into me. The whole world softens around us. Every anxious thought grows quieter. Every lonely scar hurts less tonight. And every time your heartbeat matches mine, I swear life finally makes sense. Baby, loving you feels like warmth after years of emotional winter. Maybe soulmates aren't people who rescue us. Maybe they're people who finally make us feel safe enough to put our hearts down gently, without fear of losing them afterward. Cold rain, dim lights, you healing lonely nights. Slow dance, warm breath, I never wanna lose this. Moon glow, deep eyes still drowning in your vibe. Stay close tonight. You make my whole soul feel alive when you lean into me, and the whole city disappears outside. I finally understand why people write love songs. And honestly, I think I love you for a very long time. The city looked quiet from your apartment tonight. Rainwater sliding slowly down the glass. You were sitting on the floor beside me, wrapped in soft blankets and sleepy thoughts. And somehow, for the first time in years, my chest didn't feel tight anymore. You always touch me gently when I drift away mentally, like your love understands anxiety without needing words. You never rush me, never force explanations out of silence. You just stay and guide. That kind of patience still breaks me emotionally, because before you, I got used to surviving alone, used to carrying heavy thoughts quietly, so nobody would feel burdened by them. But your arms feel different, they feel like safety, like somewhere my nervous system finally stopped panicking, like somewhere my soul can finally sit down and breathe. So now you smile while stealing my hoodie again, then curled against my chest afterward, like your body already knew exactly where peace lived. And honestly, I think mine knew too. And maybe love was never supposed to feel chaotic. Maybe real love feels calm enough to hear your own heartbeat again. You became where my heart rests after every exhausting day, after every lonely thought, after every storm life gave me. And every time you whisper my name softly, the whole world loosens its grip on me. Baby, your love feels like warmth returning slowly after emotional winters. Stay beside me a little longer tonight. I don't wanna lose this feeling. The kitchen smelled like coffee and rainwater, old records spinning softly nearby. You started dancing barefoot in oversized clothes, still half asleep and laughing quietly. And honestly, that image will probably stay inside me forever, cause nobody talks enough about this version of romance. The ordinary kind that grows slowly inside grocery store trips, late night conversations, and hands reaching back instinctively. You touched my face while I got lost in thought, then whispered softly, you look peaceful tonight. God, you don't realize how impossible that used to be for me. Before you, my mind never stopped running. Now even silence feels beautiful, as long as your heartbeat still rests beside mine. Late night blue glow, everything moving slow, soft rain, warm room. You put flowers through my gloom, and maybe forever always begins this quietly. You became where my heart rests after every exhausting day, after every lonely thought, after every storm life gave me. And every time you whisper my name softly, the whole world loosens its grip on me. Baby, your love feels like warmth returning slowly after emotional winters. Maybe soulmates aren't found dramatically, maybe they arrive softly and slowly teach your heart what safety feels like again. Maybe love isn't intensity, maybe it's tenderness that stays. Cold rain, dim lights, you healing lonely nights. Slow songs, moon glow, inside every soft moment where your love made life feel lighter. Because before you, I only knew survival, but now I finally know peace too.